Guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jordan, and guys, this is going to be a really good one. We're going to be talking about the I don't dream of labor trend, and I've seen it the past couple months, haven't really spoken on it, but I figure as a career and confidence coach, this would be a perfect thing for me to talk about. So if you're interested in kind of breaking down this trend and seeing, you know, what I agree with and what I don't necessarily agree with, stay tuned. Hey guys, what's up? If you have not checked out the Boss Vault yet, I highly recommend for you to go and check that out. The link for that will be down in the description below. Now, the Boss Vault is basically a hodgepodge of trainings, templates, master classes, just a ton of stuff that I do for you all. Pretty much anything you can think of, it's going to be in the Boss Vault. And it's just a free resource library for you all to catch up on your readings, trainings, all that jazz, so you can really see some progress in your career advancement. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Again, the link will be down in the description below. So I've seen a ton of these videos on both sides. So it's like pro, I don't dream of labor. And it's like anti, I don't dream of labor. And I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Am I like super capitalistic and like gung-ho? Not particularly, but I am like, you know, I don't want to work at all. I just want to sit on the beach. That'd be fun for about 2 weeks and then I'd get bored. So I want to sort of go through and unpack the biggest lessons or concepts that they're trying to show in these videos. And shout out to Lynette Atkins. She's one of the first people, one of the first channels that I checked this trend out on. And she had a lot of good things to say, and I think there's a lot of like misconceptions going on both sides. So we're gonna dive into these misconceptions and see if we can't kind of dig out our own hole and just like plant our flag in the middle. So let's get started. So I'm not gonna get super philosophical with this, but from my research and from what I've seen, the I don't dream of labor trend, or I don't have a dream job, or I don't aspire for a career, whatever you want to call it, is basically just kind of a movement of millennials and Gen Zs that aren't looking to do the standard 9 to 5, which is perfectly fine. They want to be content creators and business owners and do all the things that they want to do in life, which is awesome. I feel like you can do both, but I digress. We'll get to that in another video. And mind you guys, this is kind of like a societal norm. So there's a lot of like generalities and a lot of things that are kind of just put into one pot when we're all very diverse and we all have different like outlooks and inputs and all that stuff. So it's a lot of generalization going on. And I think that's where each side is getting just a bit confused about where the other side is coming from. All right, so we're gonna unpack all of this via Lynette Atkins' video, I Don't Dream of Labor. And so it's gonna be kind of a talk reaction. I've already seen it, so I can't really like truly react, but whatever. So one of her first concept was the fact that she thought that she would enjoy it, right? She thought that she did the normal thing, which is go to college, get a good job out of college. She switched to marketing and landed at a big firm, and then she got it all, and then she realized, well dang, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. And she talks about the normalization of depression when it comes to your job and how people have kind of numbed themselves to the constant overproduction and hustle and bustle and you gotta go mentality, and how some people have turned to alcohol or substances to kind of balance themselves back out, whether it be from like bouts of depression or just like dreading having to get up every single day and go to work. And I think that she makes an excellent point. I do think that sometimes we are very hustle bustle, gotta get it done, grind, get to the bag, all that stuff, and it becomes such a norm that the people who are not that way start to think, well dang, like, is society telling me that I'm lazy and unproductive, and have I been fed all of this stuff, all of this go to college, get a job, work until you're 60 and then you can retire and do what you want? Is that like the only way? And I agree with her in this aspect that a lot of times we fight so hard for what we want, and then we get there and we're like, well, this isn't what I want. And that is because we are constantly changing, and the dreams that we had 18, 19, 20, 21 while we were in school are not really the dreams that we have now or when you're older. And so I want people to realize that things are constantly changing with you, and what you want right now is not necessarily what you'll want 5, 10, 15 years from now. Should you stop going for your goals that you set for yourself right now? Absolutely not. Go for what you want to go for right now and worry about changing your mind later. I think just because there's an acknowledgement of the fact that not everybody wants to live their life according to society's box, I think the acknowledgement of that is perfectly fine. I think where the people on the other side of the I don't dream of labor trend, I think where they're going with it is people that are like below the poverty line don't get the privilege to think that way. People that don't know any better don't get the opportunity to think that way. And I do get what they're saying, but I think in terms of this video and a lot of the I don't have a dream job trend videos, I think they're specifically talking about a certain sector of people that have the means, the ability, the financial, financial stability to do this. And this is different strokes for different folks, right? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. And I'm not saying that, if you don't have the means, then you shouldn't be able to think this way. What I am saying is that I think the I don't dream of labor trend is like, well, I don't get the opportunity to think that way. And of course, we all know this. We all know that in this capitalistic society, there are people that are up here at the top with all the money, and there are people down here at the bottom with not a lot of money. And we all know that. But I think what Lynette was trying to say was, if you have the ability and if you have the capability and the ability to do this, and to drop your job and try to figure out what you need to do it. Do I think that's super practical advice? Not really. I think you can use your job as a means to an end, and then from there you can use that income to build out a business, or if you don't even want a business, you can literally just climb the ranks and do what you got to do. But at the same time, I think jobs are a means to an end, and they're not the end all be all. And so your job should not be the the precipice of your life, right? It should be a part of your life, but not all of it. I recently had to learn that. Even I, a career and confidence coach, have to be reminded that your job is not everything. Sometimes. I have to be reminded sometimes. The next thing Lynette talks about, and please correct me if I'm saying it wrong, the next thing that Lynette talks about is a shift in perception and reality. So even before 2020 and everything that's happened, we kind of were still in the old reality where school, good grades, study hard, just do what you gotta do to go to college, and you'll get that white picket fence mentality was still kind of ingrained into the American dream. But now, after post 2020, people are seeing that you can work remotely from home, you can work remotely from Bermuda, wherever you want to work. You don't have to be tied down to a desk. And I think what she was trying to say was that she wants to, for example, be able to travel when she wants to travel and not be tied down based on consequences. And in her video, she talked about consequences as, if I don't do XYZ, I will be on the street, right? And she talked about how we are very hustle bustle, like I talked about before, but we think that rest is only a byproduct of work and not just for the sake of rest. And so she was saying that she wants to be able to pursue her interests, which are fashion and content creation, and she wants to be able to do that while also being able to take care of herself. And again, I absolutely agree. I feel like we have turned into this hustle bustle culture, and even I fall victim to it when I feel like I haven't done enough for the day, or I do that thing, you know, that thing where you like sit on the couch and you're like, dang, I got a lot to do, but then you end up not doing anything, and then you feel bad because you didn't do anything and because you sat on the couch. And so it's just a bunch of like, why can't we just rest for rest's sake? If you want to rest, rest. You don't have to have worked 40 plus hours in a week, and you don't have to have done, you don't have to have like, you know, like done a momentous amount of work just to rest for the sake of rest. And that's where I kind of agree with her on that point, is that our reality and perceptions have shifted. And now we're able to say, you know what? I am not going to be underpaid. I am not going to be undervalued. And I am not going to be kind of, you know, like shitted on by our companies for what? For the little bit of money they give us. You can still find, in my opinion, you can still find a job that you really like. Are you gonna love it all the time? No, it's work. Okay, we get it. But find you a job that you really, really like. Find a job where the people don't suck. And find a job that you actually don't mind getting up in the morning and doing. A lot of people are now talking about their commutes. Got it. We weren't worried about, we were worried about it, but after we saw that we can actually get things done remotely, this opened up a brand new world for a lot of us. And now a lot of people are saying, you know what? Why am I gonna commute an hour each way to go to a job that doesn't pay me enough for gas? Like, no, I can work from home, do this remotely, and still get my money to live, to put a roof over my head, but also find something that I actually like to do. And so while I agree with her that perceptions and reality has shifted, what I do want to do is flip it and say that, yes, it would be awesome to be like young, wild, and free forever, but we can't do that, right? And so my solution to this issue would be just to work on finding something that you actually want to do. You don't have to be like, I hate it here. Like, you don't have to be like that. And I do understand that there are circumstances and situations. Heck, I've been through circumstances and situations, but at the same time, as long as you're progressing forward, feel free to vent, cry, scream, do whatever you gotta do. Just keep pushing and keep moving forward. And to what she said as far as perceptions, I do think that we need to start realizing that the age of tech is well upon us, and that we have a little bit more bargaining power now. We, as in like the employees, have a little bit more bargaining power now, especially that people are trying to get employment back up and everything. And so we have to show and articulate our value and make sure that we're not letting companies, businesses, whatever, take us for granted. Next, she talks about fear-based mindset. Remember when I said that she had the mindset of, oh, I have to do all these things, study hard, get a good job, and blah, 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 in order to not be like on the street and just like destitute, right? And she said that was like a fear-based mindset, and she wants to do things not based on fear, but based on the fact that she likes them. And while I completely understand that mindset, the I don't dream of labor people kind of came at her and others for this by saying certain people don't have the luxury of thinking like that. Certain people, especially those with low income, don't have the luxury of saying, you know what, I don't dream of labor. I don't think anyone dreams of labor in that sense, but I do think that your happiness does not need to be dictated by where you work. And the concept that I'm talking about right now that she specifically said was, your purpose is not a stream of income. And so I agree with that, right? If your purpose in life is to make children laugh, right? It does it necessarily have to be your income, or not make children laugh, but if your purpose is to help, purpose on this earth you feel is to help children, do you necessarily have to make that your job? No. Would it be great if your purpose and your career and your life and everything balanced together and made like an awesome super life? Cool, yes. But do you necessarily have to do that as a stream of income? No. You can make your money over here, and then on the side you volunteer, you donate time and money, and you just do stuff like that. And I think that where I like her overall vibe. I definitely have watched more than a few videos on her channel, and I think where she was going with it was with good intention. I just feel like the people on the other side were very kind of, I don't know the word, but they were like, I'm not gonna say they were attacking her, and I'm not even gonna say that they were wrong, but I do think that both sides had a little bit of right and had a little bit of wrong. Like, we can't be young, wild, and free forever, but it would be awesome to kind of, you know, work for that dream of yours. On the other hand, a lot of people don't even have that opportunity, and I completely understand that, and I never want to like take that away from someone that had to like work from here versus, you know, like from here. So it's all very like complex in a very like minute way, but overall, I think the I don't dream of labor trend is interesting. And me personally, I don't dream of labor either. I dream of a job where I enjoy what I do, and I dream of having a great work culture, awesome coworkers, and just doing what I want to do, and being able to say, hey, you know what, I helped someone today, I was able to talk to someone today and just get good vibes off of them. And that's my like dream. And that's not labor to me. It is in the technical sense, it is labor. I'm trading time at a job. But what my dream job is being able to just help people and help people find their like careers. And if that's with a company, cool. If that's with my own business, cool. But just being able to like help and make sure that even in this stupid competitive job market, that people are out here thriving and not just surviving. To sum it all up, I'm going to plant my flag directly in the middle and say, I don't dream of labor either, but the difference is I understand situations, hardships, difficulties, and all the things that keep us over here versus able to be young, wild, and free forever. So definitely get it. I kudos to everyone for speaking their mind. I think it's great to have this type of debate on the internet without being like petty or catty or like gross to each other. I think that this type of debate is healthy. It keeps our minds flowing, and it keeps us able to say, you know what? Maybe I do have a dream career, or maybe I don't have a dream career, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm taking care of myself and I'm able to be financially stable, have a good job, and end up doing what I want to do in life. And make sure that you're taking care of you, your mental health, and all that jazz. So thank you guys so much for watching. Down in the comments below, do you have a dream job? Are you pro I don't dream of labor or anti dream of I don't dream of labor? And just let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on my next video. Bye.